are you a climate optimist or are you climate pessimist in the wake of the IRA, and why? Jon.
I'm a climate optimist. I think we have an awesome industry that's as the guy from Blue Planet said earlier today, we're going to solve this problem. The IRA is one of the key tools of getting it done. I also just argue that this is the decade we're going to get it done. I mean, if we don't execute by 2030, there's no way we're hitting these 2050 goals. So we can't sit on our laurels now. We've got to get to work.
Yeah, perpetual optimist. We're in the energy transition, and climate change is already upon us. So you have these two forces kind of already at work, and then the interaction of those two things, like that's going to be the world that we live in. And there's a lot of thermal energy out there in the system that I'm concerned about. I think we're in for one hell of a ride in the near term. And then I'm hopeful that all the great brains all around the world that are inspiring us so much are going to just make some major innovation steps and save our collective asses.
I like Porter's perpetual or eternal optimist position. I'm a climate pragmatist. I think that the train has left the station. Our children are, I'll say, forever doomed to live in a world that is nothing like what our grandparents lived in. And the best we can do is to slow down the chaos that is coming, and the best we can hope for is to get to a place of stasis that we can manage for generations, for centuries to come. The impact on our children that as a humanity we've borrowed from future generations for our industrial revolution, for our electrified lives, for our comfort. We nevertheless have the obligation as eternal optimists to believe in human ingenuity to find a way around it, right? So there probably is a solution still waiting for us that will massively curb the damage that we've done to the planet. But I am a climate pragmatist. I think that we just have to manage right now the impact that the future generations are going to feel.
The passing of the IRA is unfathomable to the Scott of 5 years ago. I couldn't even conceive of us being able to pass a climate bill 5 years ago. So it makes me more optimistic. As long as there are people whose well-paid career is to go around to rural places and scare people away from renewable energy projects, I will remain a little pessimistic, and that is just being straight up honest. The number of people who work in this industry who do not know this fact, that there is billions of dollars of fossil-funded FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt being created around any clean tech out there, the number of people that still don't even know that exists, that's a thing, that's a career field you can pick, that blows me away. So I'm cautious optimism.
Yeah.
I think I echo the climate realist perspective. I mean, we have to acknowledge that if you feel discouraged by something, you're less inclined to do something about it. So I don't want everyone to feel like we have no hope, because there's so much innovation that Josh was talking to. We're going to make a lot of breakthroughs. The IRA is historic. But the world is just complicated. We're going to make progress in one area. We're going to have challenges in another. I'm optimistic we will make a lot of progress on a lot of things. I'm realistic that it's going to come with challenges, but all we can do is work to solve them, short of throwing our hands up and saying, let's give up on this whole experiment called life. So we don't have much of a choice. Let's get to work, and let's make it the best future we can.
I'll back clean up on this. I think I'm reminded by one of my favorite sayings is a Confucian saying: those who say something is impossible should not interrupt those who are doing it. And we are going to see the very well-developed, several billion-dollar a year influence peddling industry start to honk at the IRA like it sought to undercut the Obama stimulus plan with Solyndra, like a phony made-up scandal. And I think our rate of success, our chance of actually pulling this off, will be directly correlated with our willingness to get rid of the magical thinking, to get rid of the Pollyannish view, and actually treat public communications and politics like the full contact sport that it is. And you either play, and you play hard to win, or you're gonna get your butt handed to you. It's just because we just have, the gas industry isn't stupid. They're looking at a $370 billion displacement plan, and they're not gonna say, oh gosh, we'll just transition to be like a just an energy management home software company. We're good. ExxonMobil, we'll just shut it down and move over to solar installation. So they're coming for us because we just disrupted them like we should. And the question is, are we ready for their reaction? And I think, so I'm a climate wait and seer. With that, I want to thank our awesome panel, our 14th convening here. It's great. Thank you so much. And thank you for having us.